Hi, welcome back to Cheyenne, Wyoming Urban Gardener. This is Debbie. You're seeing a view of my south-facing growing room that has the windows that go from almost to the floor from the ceiling. You can see how tall they really are. So we have done a major amount of cleaning around this house. We're getting ready to put the house on the market. So we haven't really chose a real estate agent yet, so that's why we can talk about it at the moment. But after this, I will not be able to discuss it any longer. So what we're doing right now, we're doing a major amount of cleaning. You just see a couple of dog balls on the floor that they've been playing with. And for the most part, we've got almost everything cleaned up. We've been going through so much stuff, getting it out of this dining room. This is a dining room. Here, our dining room table is still kind of covered up with stuff. That's because I'm working on plants right now. But otherwise, nice and clean. You can see that we have gotten a lot of the containers out of here, the extra containers, and we've gotten them out into the garden shed. We've already gotten pictures of the garden shed and the garage. So we've got all of the windowsills cleaned off except for, of course, the plants that have to be here. We actually have the window open right now, even though you can still see some snow laying around outside. It was close to 60 degrees today, so we opened up the windows so the plants could have some fresh air, kind of have some breeze in here so it strengthens up their stems. I mean, look at my plants right now. They are just going nuts. Nice, big, and healthy. I think pretty much everything is coming up at this point. All of my trays. And we've got 3 more trays to do. I actually got a new shelf for my plants. I'll show you in just a moment. And we have more room there for more trays. We're still doing some more starts of fuchsia and things like that. And you can see a little bloom on one of the new fuchsias over there. And new shelves, all kinds of stuff going on, getting it all cleaned out. Still have some more work over here to do. I've got to straighten this up right here and figure out what I'm going to do with this, because this soil I have to immediately access for all of my starts and things like that. We've got some blooming going on our other orange hat tomato. This is the younger of the 2 plants, even though it is now the larger. You can see the blooms on this one. And we've got blooms going on the other one as well. These produce orange cherry tomatoes. And these will be tomatoes that'll be ready a lot sooner than the ones that we will plant in ground. But we also have loads and loads of tomato plants, tomato starts that we'll be getting out in the next month and a half outside. I mean, they've still got a lot of growing to do, but they have plenty of light and plenty of soil to do so in here. You can see all of my little basil coming up in that container over there, and I have a columbine in the center that's coming up. So you can see we've got an empty rack down here that'll be another set of, or a tray for some more plants. So we've got all of that going on. Still more tomato plants over here. But as you can see, we have gotten our dining room all cleaned up for the most part. Just a couple of dog toys in the way. Here's the new shelf that I was talking about. And got our windowsills all cleaned out. But this is the new shelf. It's a lot taller, a lot bigger than the other 2. And it actually has 2 hanging areas. And this was actually given to me from a friend on one of our plant groups. So this one has 2 rods, a rod here and a rod here where you can hang some smaller hanging containers. And I'm storing all of my watering cans here and my extra seed trays here. I have an empty shelf there, and I've got another container here that I just finished with planting more seeds, and this is flowers. We've got calendula and celosia and snapdragons and convolvulus, I think is what it's called, and giant cactus zinnias and giant California zinnias. All kinds of things started in here for flowers. And I'm just putting this on top because it's kind of holding it down. These stakes are a little bit taller, or popsicle sticks are a little bit taller than the container, so those hold it down a little bit. We've got some assorted cactus seeds in this container that will be starting some cactus. And we have a new cactus there and a couple other containers of plants. But otherwise, it's just using a storage at the moment until we get some more seed trays in here started up. And you can see all of our windowsills nice and clean. And just getting ready for everything to be done. The only thing I can't really clean up right now, like I said, is the dining room table. And then, of course, I've got my dried herbs here. I'm going to try to figure out something with that. My grandson's Easter basket that we're not talking about yet. And we've got a couple of bags here that are going to be picked up by my stepson, and he will be able to take those for his daughter. And we got all of these windowsills cleaned out today. There was a huge expanse of stuff that was right in this area. Now it just has one of our dog beds. We got all this straightened up. I know it doesn't look too straightened, but that is way better than it was. And we got our china cabinet all cleaned up. And a couple of our other extra items, the Instant Pot and my steamer up there. And crock pot. So anyway, just a lot of stuff cleaned up. And we're starting to haul things out to our garage to store them until we get moved. So that's where we're at in the moving process and what our seedlings look like. And it is just a lot of work that we're taking care of right now. But I wanted to give everyone an update on what's going on over here, why it's a little slow for me to post videos right now. I'm being kind of spotty, and it's just because I am doing so much. I did trim my chocolate mint today. It was actually draping all the way down to the next level. And I went ahead and cut that back because my dog is actually eating a lot of the mint. So dogs can eat mint. It doesn't hurt them. And he was just chewing away at it. So I went ahead and trimmed that up. We'll get it outside pretty soon. I did clean up some of the outside as well, some of the outside containers today, since it was so nice and warm and sunny. And we're getting ready to plant some more seeds out there. But everything is looking great. Just getting everything cleaned up, ready to go. And it looks like pretty much the day we moved in. A lot cleaner. It's my grandson laying in the dog bed. And we still have a lot to do as far as our front rooms go. But they're a lot better than they were. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notices on new videos as they come out. And we'll see you in the next one.